Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. And so, let me ask you a question before we continue. Have you ever witnessed a child react so intensely to something you would consider very little? Well, if you have ever witnessed something like that, and you are wondering what is happening, what can I do to help this child, what is going on here, well, then you are the right place. Today we are going to be learning about supporting emotions and behaviors of children, especially children with ADHD. And so let's dive right in. Okay, and so before we dive into the support, let's talk about why do these big emotions show up. Now, children with ADHD do not only struggle with focus or hyperactivity or impulsivity, but then their brain also struggles to actually process some emotions: frustration, disappointment, excitement, change. And so what you will be calling misbehavior is actually an overwhelmed brain or a disrupted nervous system or an emotion or a feeling they do not yet have words to explain. And so let's talk about how to support these children, because I bet you have witnessed a lot of these things. You'd probably see a parent with a child who is behaving in a way and like, what is happening? Or you probably have a child or a student who behaves in a big way to things that you would consider very little. How do we support these children? Okay, and so let's talk about how to support these emotions. I'll call them practical principles. Now, the first thing to do is that remain calm. When you notice that a child is behaving intensely, just remain calm. Now, your calmness does not mean you are supporting the behavior. It is only to bring stability, because the child usually would pick from what you are doing. And so if the child is probably, throwing themselves all over, overreacting about something, and you're also screaming and shouting at them, you are rather intensifying the behavior. Instead, stay calm. Okay, now the child would borrow it from you. Yeah, it will not just happen one day, but then the more you do it, the child will realize that, okay, let's remain calm. Now, the next thing you can do is to label what is happening. And so this helps the child also know what is happening. You can say words like, oh, I see you are frustrated. Oh, I see you are angry. Like, calmly help them label what is happening. Because you, the adults, you can see what is happening, or you probably saw what happened before they started to act the way they are. And so you try and label the emotions or label what is going on. That way you are helping them know what is happening. And so next time when they are going through such a thing, they can tell you, I am angry or I'm sad. They can actually communicate what is happening with them to you. Okay, and so the next thing you can also do is to give them predictable choices. And so in the moment, you can ask the child, do you want to breathe in and out? Do you want to sit for a minute? Give them options, things they can actually do, because mind you, sometimes when they don't know what next, it also adds up to how they behave. Now, another thing you can do is to have a routine, a behavioral routine or a check, what they can do even before the emotions happen, or what they can do right after the emotions happen. So before it would happen, along the line, always be asking them, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Do you want to take a minute to breathe? Do you want to breathe in and out? Start teaching them this kind of thing, so that even before the emotions happen, they can already regulate themselves. And in the moment, they can know what to do to calm down. And so you can just tell them, okay, put your hand on your chest. Now let's breathe in, out. Very simple strategies that can help. Now you know your child, and so you can pick whatever routine it is that will work best for your child. Final thing you can also do is that instead of always talking about their struggles, talk about their strength. They are used to hearing, no, stop it, it's okay. But then focus on what they are doing right. Oh, wow, I like how you tried. Oh, you did very well. Oh, you are doing so well. These words encourages them. But then if they feel like you're always looking at their struggle, that also makes them overreact about certain things. And so the child is trying to write and it's probably not writing, when they are like, why are you doing this? No, you gotta say, oh, I like how you are trying, but can you do it this way? Now, in doing that, you are helping the child, because already I'm frustrated, I'm trying to do this thing, and then you are making it difficult for me by screaming. But then if I'm struggling to do it, but then you are seeing the fact that I'm trying and you are motivating me, that actually helps them regulate themselves. Now, instead of shouting or shaming them, these are some very simple, basic things you can do. Instead of saying, stop misbehaving and focus, just tell the child, Eyes on me for 2 seconds. Very simple and clear instructions. Or you can use behavior. I'll teach them behavior replacement activities. And so you can tell the child, okay, instead of shouting, you can squeeze this ball. Instead of running around, you can just jump up and down, or you can do star jumps. Teach them behaviors they can do to replace that behavior that you do not want. And then structure is very important. And so just have a structure so that before the behavior would happen, you redirect it to something else. So I think I've already spoken about having structure in the previous episodes. If you have not watched, please do. But then you can have a routine. And so the child knows that, okay, after writing, I probably get to run around, or I get to play with a toy. After doing this, I get to do that. And so when the behavior is about to happen, you let them know, oh, let's finish this, and then you can have that. Give them a structure. These will prevent your shouting and screaming. It would save, your energy and the child's energy. Now, before we bring this episode to an end, it's important to know that every big feeling is actually a communication. And when we respond with understanding, structure, and patience, we teach these children that they are loved, they are understood, and not judged. Children with ADHD do not need a perfect world around them. Instead, they need adults who are consistent and ready to show them how to calm their world inside out. In fact, every child does not need perfection. They need the support of adults. And so yes, we are talking about ADHD, but you can relate this to every child. And so thank you so much if you have watched up to this point. In our next episode, we are going to beautifully wrap everything together as we bring the mother topic, exceptionality, exceptional children, to an end, and then we move on to another amazing and interesting topic. And so if you do not want to miss out on this, please do want to subscribe if you have not. And if you found this video helpful, kindly do me a favor and share with other family, friends, and loved ones. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. My name is Anna Musafina. I have been your host, and I am your special child development advocate. Please feel free to reach out if you need help or support. Bye. Oh, I didn't say lots of love from me to you all. Mwah.